Hello Pisces, and welcome to your July 2024 reading. So, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. You come in the world, you come in the month with the Page of Sword. So there's something that you understand. You just got a grasp of information, of understanding, of consciousness. I've just discovered something. And that discovery this month is actually the answer to turn your Wheel of Fortune. Because here, the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Sphinx with the sword. The things will always repeat themselves, same way, different faces, as long as you cannot pinpoint, understand why it's happening to you. If you're in the because me it's this, it's going to keep on turning that way. Here we have Chronos. It's going to eat time and ultimately you, and he won't care, okay? That's the wheel of wisdom. That's the wheel of life. So here, what was repeating was the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Pentacles in reverse. So that means everything that has to do with struggling, with not being able to grow our worth, who we are, to even have commitments, security, things like that around us. You're going to get it. I see now. And you're going to pull a judgment on it. A judgment on the parts of you that were creating this. Even though they were unconscious. See, that's why they come up from under the water. They were unconscious. But the trumpet here that can finally, with the understanding, allow this high frequency to come and hit your waters is going to bring up what needs to be judged, what needs to be assessed. So, under our Page of Sword, what is it that you understand? We have a bunch of reverse cards. So when they're in reverse, it's because this is what was happening in the hidden that you couldn't perceive. There you perceive it, you act on it. There it's unconscious. You can act on it, but from the unconscious. Okay? So we have here, there's the Saturn. We have the Three of Cups, the Nine of Cups, in reverse. So why am I experimenting, not feeling supported in joy and love by the people around me, or even having naturally this receptive, celebrating frequency within me? And Nine of Cups, it's when we're independent emotionally because we're content and our waters are processed. And here the Devil, it's when unconsciously we're stuck there in that cube, and there's parts of us that don't believe there's anything different for us that is possible to be experienced here. And him, he spoke about that. So he acted from these truths, and now you're getting it. Under the Wheel of Fortune, we have, of course, the Three of Swords in reverse, to follow the reverse line here. So the unconscious beliefs that are still hurting our heart, that are still putting a damper and a dark cloud on our perception, but we're not conscious about, they're going to be revealed. Because when it comes to you bringing your heart forward and saying, yes, I love you, or I love this, or I made this with love and I am offering it to the world, these things were preventing you from doing it. It's like being afraid of saying I love you because we're afraid it won't be received. But the privilege of love is the one feeling it that has it. It's not like we can give love. Love is a frequency that can be shared, but you need to generate it inside of you. So that's why it's a privilege to be able to feel love. That's why the Knight of Cup is not like, oh, will somebody want my cup? Or will my cup be appreciated or not? If somebody offers me a cup, do they want something in return? Can I receive love for free? It's just like, here, I'm feeling it, I'm doing it, and it's a movement that is with no condition, and it is quest. It's to offer that cup. So the privilege of love is the capacity to feel it within ourselves. So you can be alone on a mountain and feel the love within yourself and be completely invaded with love, because nobody needs to give you the permission to feel love because they told you you were lovable. So in a way, it's to kind of rise above everything that prevented you from being able to put yourself out there. So what is going to be judged is the fact, because under the judgment, here another reverse, but this, when it's going to be like this, it's going to be, you know what? Yes, I went through things, but I'm back from it now. I'm not in Vietnam anymore. I'm going to acknowledge myself. I'm going to understand what this was all about and what I had to understand to really change things. And then I'm going to be able to be more enthusiastic when it comes to the future. This is all to bring the light back, lightness back into your life. And the moon in Cancer seem to be pulling out the roots, okay, of what needs to be understood and judged, so that you can be your Knight of Cup. All right, let's clarify this for you, Pisces. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Okay. Page of Sword. What did you understand, Pisces? What did you understand? Okay, you understood the Eight of Pentacle that we have here with your Wheel of Fortune. And it's with the Two of Cups. So the mirrors shown when it comes to investing maybe in relationships or investing yourself in this world and how it is perceived out there. That's the Two of Cups also. And it's through the distortion in the Two of Cups, what we do not like in the mirror, this is what needs to evolve, grow, and transmute. That's what mirrors, that's why we have this outside world of ours. To see our mirror. Let's look at the Devil here in reverse. So you're going to be conscious of, and you're going to start looking and reversing, and that's you. It's 12th house. You rule the 12th house. What needs to be sacrificed and all of that. And here we have the King of Wands in reverse. And the King of Wands in reverse is either extremely passive or is a narcissist. But this is when the energy is responding to unconscious, unprocessed here, emotions. So in the same principle, having to deal with somebody that you need to fill all your energy for them to have the energy to move forward. Having to deal with somebody like that or being somebody like that is just the two faces of the same coin. Understanding why. Looking at this from a different angle. And not reacting and expressing yourself from that place. So that would make Knight of Sword and Knight of Wands in reverse. That would make I have a bit of energy and I pull back because my truth is the truth that I believe in the box. That nobody loves me. That my unprocessed emotions are what is my reality. I need to turn the page. I need to come back from there. I need to move on, keep the wisdom of it, but use my willpower, which I need, but that's why, will he do this for me? Will I use my energy for me to push myself away from that? Or will I pour my energy somewhere else or just wait for somebody to do it? And that the fact that nothing is happening is my proof that I am not loved and all of that. How am I going to wake up my King of Wands? So here, the Wheel of Fortune, King of Wands and King of Pentacle. Wheel of Fortune is going to put you back into your power. It's going to turn I keep my truths in the distorted, unprocessed, sad emotions. He cannot be there. His sword has to be the sword aligned with his higher self, with his empowered self. A magician is somebody that first of all, takes responsibility for everything that he lives. He's mastering the 4 elements within him and in the mirrors outside of him. He can observe them and adjust them as he goes along. That's the magician. He understands how the world functions. So you cannot be a magician with a King of Wands in reverse, because then your will, who is the master of my willpower? Is it my prison keeper, the one that tells me that all those cups are in reverse and you can never have the security, emotional security, and the capacity to grow and plant and bring this abundance in your life? Is my truth aligned with the 10 of Cups in reverse? So deep waters are running within you, Pisces, okay? Deep waters of wounds and all sorts of, things. Yours and not yours, and you feel it all. And now it's like, what do I do with it? Do I let it slowly kill me? Or do I master it? There's something that's going to click this month to turn that around, if this is speaking to you. All right, let's look at the 3 of Swords. We know what the 3 of Swords is. And see, this is when the unconscious is on top of the conscious. The animalistic side is on top of your higher self. Animalistic side, ego, unprocessed inner child, all these things. It's the reactions from what we've experienced that is in control, or our soul or spirit that's a part of the divine, that's been here since the beginning, and that knows that this is not what defines us and what defines what is possible for us to create and experience here. Who's in charge? Who am I serving? And here, with that understanding with the Wheel of Fortune, we hit our 10 of Swords. We hit oh my God, I see how I've been hurting myself, how I've allowed maybe sabotage and betrayals in my life. I've perceived them, I called them out, I provoked them with the Two of Pentacles, how this is creating this imbalance. Moon and the Knight of Cups. So, you know, at one point maybe you didn't even know what you loved anymore. Knight of Cups in reverse, because you're too afraid to follow your heart. And here is the Page of Pentacles with this. This is really to adjust the inner stormy waters so that you have the trust in your worth to be able to have the energy to back you up. It's kind of a reversal of a momentum in your life that was all happening behind the scene within yourself. So the Judgment is on that. Finally, this Wheel of Fortune is switching things, making you see the shadow so that you understand it. And at the end of the month, maybe on the full moon in Aquarius here, you're going to be able to absorb the Judgment, the high frequency of the trumpet in your waters to reveal the unrevealed, the moon, everything that is happening, things that we don't think about but is happening anyway. Like you don't think about your heartbeat, but your heartbeat is happening anyway. Okay, this is all done, let's say maybe by the feminine. Okay, but you also get the patterns there, and the good patterns and the distorted patterns in there also. So bringing them up to the surface is for you to take charge and pull a judgment on it. Okay, so that you can flip your chariot, so that your shadow and your light are not in dissonance. The only way to do that is to come back from that. Understand the why, the will, the fire has been like this in your life, and switch it around so that you can take a new one, so that you can take a new cup, so that you can take all of these things. They're available for you, but you need to come back from it. So here there's a bit of stubbornness, I can feel it. But here is what gives me a positive thing is the King of Cups is upright. So he is willing to serve your emotional ground by understanding, by acting consciously, emotionally. And so that things are not happening unconsciously and you're just, you know, living the consequences of it. But to turn that around. So it's a huge understanding of what is happening. There's a lot of behind the scene grasps of things. Of course, when we're in the moon, things seem maybe a bit nightmarish, okay, or magical for some, nightmarish for the others. But here, this is to help you understand what prevented you from being a King of Cups, a King of Pentacles upright, and it was your King of Wands in reverse. So, yeah, I'm going to call this revelation. The Wheel of Fortune is there to switch that around. The moment you understand it, that means that the moment I get it, it switches things for me. I feel it right away. So, open yourself to it. May the revealing happen and pull the judgment on it. Revealing judgment. Revealing judgment. So, it should have some very good impact after all of this. On this, my beautiful Pisces. It's an opportunity to do that. And so I am sending you all my love and light. If you need a private reading, the description is below in the website under the video. It's just through there. Thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and all of that. Also, thank you for subscribing to help grow the channel. Thank you also for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on the new moon and the full moon, I ask the divine to give you back in the shape that is the most beneficial for you, for your growth and for your healing and all of that. So on this, namaste, sending you all my love and light, and I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.